All right. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry for that. Little technical hitches after we restart everything. Things are a lot better now. So it's probably something just hanging up inside the. It's probably just need to refresh their brains, recharge. Even the computer has to get up and stretch every now and again. So. All good. We're back. That's what matters. We're back and we're plugging away into this. All right. So, how did I completely miss that one? Wow. Oh, thank you. Okay. Gummit. Supposed to be 3 and another set of 3. All right, so 3, 1, 1, 2, right? 2, 3. All right, and then let's go back to where we were at with our circle generator. 3, 3, 1. So there's our 3, 3, 1. It's here. And then it should be 2 from this guy. Yes. 1, 2, 1. And then we go 2 more. And 1. And this goes up 2, so should be a 3 here. So it's 1, 2, 3. Hi, Holly. This is the Digital Engineering SMP mod pack. Oh, yes, I forgot all about the fact I put that command in there. 2, 3. Out, and then that should be 5 because that should be 1, 2. Not really in development. Well, I mean, we're still developing on it. I mean, we're adding to it periodically as we continue to play through it on this season. But there you go. If you like magic, that's magic with a little bit of tech. That's what this mod pack is. And a lot of that's because we came from Valhelsia, which was a lot of tech and a little bit of magic. And so we decided to invert the paradigm a little. So, but you know, we have everybody's favorites. So crates in here, and an artifact is a fun one to play with. Never played with that one before. We are currently operating on our carnival area. I am just outlining what is to be the Ferris wheel in our carnival. So, there you go. This does not have like 300 different mods in it. We were trying to keep it nice, and we wanted it modded, but we wanted it a little lighter and wanted only mods that people were actually using in it. So it didn't get like overly bloated. There are some of these kitchen sink mod packs that are like 300 mods strong, and you just almost like never use them all. There's nothing wrong with them. Nothing against the kitchen sink mod pack. It's just it's not always for everybody. And just because you can have 300 mods in a mod pack doesn't necessarily mean you should. Blast away all of these extra pieces. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's that one out. 1, 2, 3. And then this is going to be 2. Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. Mess me up a little bit. Trying to keep track of where I'm at. Those alerts pop through and just startle me every time. I had to go back and recount where I'm at. Dang it. So let's see. There's 3, 3. So that's 1. There should be a 2. That's a 1. I think I messed this up. That's all right. Just take it back out. I hate circles. I hate building with circles. But you've got a Ferris wheel, and the Ferris wheel has to be a circle. So what are you going to do? All right, so this is our second 3. So this should be a 1. And this should be a 2. Followed by a 1. Followed by another 2. Followed by a 1. Oh, that's why this is looking funny, because I've got to go out and go up. This. If you do an exclamation Discord, you'll get a link to our Discord server if you want to come and just chat with us offline too. Or if you've got some suggestions as you play through the mod pack, or even questions. Those are 2. That's the 1. Okay, that's what's got me messed up. So yes, I come 1 more out and then go up 2 from there. advance. Or 2 up. Go a third, because this is going to be a 1. And this is going to be a 2. Up for a 1. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And that should put me right here at the edge. And I messed something up again. Dang nabbit. And now the rain's coming. Oh. You and me, whether we're going to fight. We have been fighting all day. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be 5 right here. And then there should be 3. So 1, 2, 3. And come in. And so that should be, this should be the second 3. So there's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And this should come over and down 1. And then over and down 2. And I think we're actually in good shape now. Let's see. That looks about right. Let's see. 5, 3, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 5. Yeah, okay. It's right. Oh, yay, we're almost done. And then all that's left after that is what is left after that? Oh, now it's just a matter of getting all the pieces in here. We'll need to clean up some of the dirt trails and then actually start replacing the dirt with the actual bits and pieces that we want for our Ferris wheel as we go and get this thing put together. This is probably an overly ambitious build to try and do in one stream session. We're gonna push on. We are not going to let this stop us. We are going to push on, even if I have to go and break out my angel ring, which I have been trying to avoid using except for community nights. In order to make this happen, we are going to have this up and running because this is a cool ride. It's a interesting create contraption anyways. And it's one I want to see up and running. I want to be able to check it off my list. Oh, yeah, just like that. There, done. All right. Good grief. Nice and big, nice and big. All right. That will definitely work. Now, part 2, which requires stuff out of here. And a whole lot more stuff than what we have. Yeah, that's what I was curious about. Well, it should be all right. No, it's not going to be all right. We're actually going to have to remove all of that all the way up to there, which means that we're going to need to probably brace or supports that a little better. Yep. Okay. So this section right in here just has to go. I can't stay. That should be fine like that, because the only thing that should come through here are going to be the carriages. So those should be able to go through there without any problems. And then those sections right there. Yeah, we'll have to pull those out sides because that'll stop the wheels from spinning, so to speak. We'll deal with that in a moment. Where did I? Oh, there it is. Over here. Fuse back on. There is our linear chassis, and we are probably going to need a whole lot more of these than what I got. So let's see if we can make some more of these. I didn't want that out of mahogany. That's not the wood I want. There. All right, let's start with that. Now, neat little trick is I think I can use this and that. And just replace as we go. Just like that. So that works out well. That's very nice. I think that even puts it in the right direction we want it to go in. Yeah, I think that's the way I want it to go. So we'll just do that. So much fun, so much fun. All right. This should get our bottom half. Well, bottom portion anyways, done. Magic, the great time saver. All right. So that'll work. Okay. I have no idea what the range I set for the spell is. So we are going to see how far it'll actually let me swap it out at. It'll take it all the way out. Oh, there's the range. Yeah, I can't get any further than that. That's not too bad. I can actually get up to the top there and probably look down and get the rest of that. That works out nicely. Where's my Blinky, blinky, blink. There we go. Just walk the path. That's not good. Give that back. All right. I think we could probably change the shape from a single to... I think we can extend the range on that, but I'm a little concerned because Min and Artifice, with regards to certain aspects of their spells, have some really interesting behaviors. As such, not everything works exactly as documentation states it should, and the behavior set of your spells can have some unintended consequences. And as I don't want to have to be trying to fix an unintended consequence while up in the air, I think the better part of Valor is just to not worry about it. There we go. All right, so that's got that half all the way to that side. Pop that out. Thank you. This is stupid just to put it back in there since we're just going to rip it back out again and replace it. But that's my derpy mentality, as it were. Let's see. Hop, skip, and a jump. Oof. Parkour. All this jumping around practice from building that over there, I suppose. So. There we go. All right. Come on, jump skills, don't fail me now. You're going to Super Mario this stuff. All right. And there we go. So that's half the circle done. And that used a fair bit. I think I made enough linear chassis. Well. What you gonna do? What we aren't going to do is stand around in the freaking rain. So I'm not interested in that. Blink. Blinky blink. There we go. Now we should be able to get to the rest of this place just fine from up here. I think that should be well within our range. So we will just lob them up there. And the answer would be is no, it really can't just. Ugh. Yep. We are out of range. Okie dokie. That's a nerd pull up. As some members of the server would call that maneuver. There we go. Of course, that's stupid because I can't see to get the rest of the other pieces. But I could do this. And then while I'm standing here, I can just go ahead and get this top section here and run that all the way back down. Just like that. All right. Wait for the spell to refresh before trying to cast again. Because, you know, that makes too much sense. There we go. I should probably say change that because it's no longer in development. It's actually released, and we are playing on it every day. So I think that verbiage just irritates me. But that's more, I suspect, because I actually do software development day to day, and so something that's in development to me is an entirely different animal. So there you have it. There we go. It suddenly occurs to me that I actually have a nice, easier way of doing a lot of this stuff, and why I have not been availing myself of it is beyond me. We have a magic carpet. It's not the greatest of flying contraptions, but it is much better than just, you know, looking down or up at weird angles trying to do this. All right, definitely going to need more linear chassis. alloy. A lot. Alloy. Let's see. We are going to need to. We're probably going to need a lot. That's probably. We are definitely going to need a lot more redstone component trees that we don't have, since we are upsizing this per statement from one of our server mates. They're like, you should make it bigger. Okie dokie. We are making it bigger. It's definitely bigger. Ow, 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 ow. Really? Oh. It's like riding a horse sometimes. It'll absolutely let you stick your head in places it shouldn't be. All right. How are we looking? We're looking like we need more chassis. Yeah. We're gonna need a lot more chassis. All right, which means we need more of this. Which now means we need more iron ingots, or iron nuggets, excuse me. There we go. Now we'll make ourselves some andesite alloy. We're going to go make some more andesite at some point. Yep. We can do that. That shouldn't be too big of a problem. But for now, on with the project. Not spruce. Log. Jungle. I have more jungle than anything else. Use jungle. That should give us plenty and some leftovers. Honestly, this is a better use case for the magic broom. For this little flight bit right here, just because this goes up and down much better. Because I can just hold the space down. Until we do something like that. All right, we'll get this one and then we'll fly up and around. And we'll take care of the next stage of this. Oh, rain. All right. Hmm. That's not what I wanted to do. All right. I wonder if I can just spin myself around here in this tiny little spot. I left for myself. Ah, hey, look. Shale has shown up to join the server. All right. And back down we go. I don't know, whatever they did on the last update for this, for Hexarii, that the broomstick's a little bit more jittery. So it's a little bit more of a pain in the neck to fly it around than it has been in previous versions. All right. We have the big circles. Oh, that's what we can put steps in between there. That'll type that in there nicely. Yeah. Okay. That's all done. That's all done. Pull that on up. All right. I think we're done with these. I think we're done with these. I don't think we're actually done with them because we'll use those for making our carriages. So we're not quite done with them, but we're done for right now. So let's get up here and clean some of this dirt out now. Because there is no way that these bits here are going to work with that stuff in the way. I don't know what I was thinking when I was putting this together. Honestly, I have no clue. So we're just going to remove it and call it a day. Go down the other side and get it too. That's all right. I think when I was putting it up, I was testing out things. I don't know. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was thinking this was going to look good. And then it didn't even occur to me the fact that we're going to clip the... if the wheel didn't have any spokes in it, we probably would be all right. But we're going to have spokes in these wheels. Because of that, you can't seal this center section up. It has to be open. And I am doing spokes on this thing because the spokes are going to hold the redstone signaling devices that that will cause lights to light up as it rotates on through. So I need those spokes there. Ooh, I overshot. Good. So hindsight being 2020. Definitely. Really afternoon? It's almost afternoon. I guess it's close enough to call it afternoon. You don't know, old man brain. That's some slow frames, but that's much better as far as frame drops goes, so I guess it's not too bad. There we go. All cleaned up. All right, so we have our giant A-frame, we have our giant wheel in place, so what we need now is the bearing. Yeah, bearing in place. Let's see. One of those guys. The other thing I think we're going to do... Yeah, I found a way to actually oxidize faster in this mod pack. hadn't heard about water speeding it up, but okay. Oh, right. Just mechanical bearing. I got distracted. That. This. Yeah. 3. We'll just put a lever underneath it. Or beside it. Or whatever. All right. Let's see. I'll take the flight to the Valkyrie up here. All right. So now what we're going to do is brake. And then all right. Let's see. What is movement mode? Always place when stopped. That's the one we want. All right. So that should be attached to that, which means that's here. Oh, right. Suppose we can just go straight down. No, I think I want that turned over to the side. Back down we go. So we want that guy too. All right, and so what we'll do is we will power it off to the side here. So like that. And like that. And so that should be straight down. Should be one off from the smooth stone blocks we have down here. So power should be right here. So we'll take all that out. So we'll do it like this, right? So magma block. Fan. Facing the right way. Power source, so to speak. Don't really need the dirt there. Just like that, like that. And then the belt. Stop the belt there. On the cart. And then hope the belt's long enough. If it's not long enough, we're going to have to put in a it's not long enough. Or did me going on the scene probably messed it up a little. Yeah. Oh boy. It is not going to reach. So how far do we get to? We get to this point right here. So what we are going to need all right. So we're going to want this guy here. It's the wrong place for him. That's where you're coming down to. So it's going to be shaft here, gearbox, and then shaft here. All right. So let's look at where this tops out at right there. So do that. That will definitely fit. We want to come down. I don't think it's going to behave. Just fine. We'll come all the way back down here. Pop off. Let's break that out real quick. Oh, all right. We need another shaft. And we are going to need a, they're called a gearbox. That's what they're called. Normally we want a vertical one. A horizontal, I guess, would work too. I think I want the vertical, just so it looks cleaner. All right, so there's that. There. We'll fix that up. Shaft. All right. So now if we come, of course I did it in the wrong place. Oh. All right. Just like that. We don't need that anymore. We will need another belt. I'm hoping we've got enough to make a belt. Oh, good. That should be the last of the mechanics pieces that we need to drive this thing. Really? Ah. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. I promise. We are getting there. All right. Pop that out. Pull that back in. You know what? Since we're doing it this way, we might as well just align this better. So why not? We're gonna fix this. Let's just fix it right. make it look good, or at least make it look the way we want it to look anyways. I don't know about making it look good. All right. And then like that. Into our flying carpet. Grab that. And the nice thing is this shouldn't require like tons of rotational force to operate. So we're going to put some extra bearings around the outsides here that we'll hang the carousels from. But those don't actually require any rotational force, so they won't be drawing rotational force power. So the only thing that it should need rotational force for, get off the freaking flying carpet. Rain, 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 go away. All right, so that should, cross our fingers, make the whole thing, well, make half the thing spin. I forgot I haven't hooked up the other half. Let's get that taken care of. I should let that run for a half turn more. Oof. Really? There. There we go. That's aligned. We're going to need super glue, right? I don't know. We may not need super glue. And I'm done fighting with things, so we are going to. Do I still have that? Yes, I still have it equipped. All right. This is much easier, faster, and I'm just. Oh. Chassis. Need some chassis. Don't need the dirt. Now I shouldn't by rights need anything for that. I should just make them part of the same thing. There we go. Little lag hiccup, but that seems to happen with Create an awful lot. But there we go. That's a giant Ferris wheel. All right. So we'll stop that there. That's fine. Pull him out, and we'll pull him out. Grab 2 bearings and some iron bars. And then there's the seat from Create. That's 1. Suppose that'll work, but can I get more? Let's see. We had 4 originally. So that's enough for 5. So we don't have nearly enough seats. So we'll have to go get some more black carpeting, but that's fine. We'll have enough for what we want to do right now, which is to put enough of this together to test out at least one gondola going around in circles. So plop that in there just like so. Now take that out of the offhand. We're just going to make this whole thing separate secondary chassis. So they aren't seen as anything dependent. Don't need the shaft. All right. So zap, 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 and then zap and zap. And grab us a four-seater. All right. So if all of that works right, then what we should see happen is that should just float and go all the way around very gracefully, very gently, and happy, happy, joy, joys. All the way back down here. And that should pop it right back into place there. So now if we wanted to see what that looks like, and that's the Ferris wheel. Now, I guess the question is this fast enough or should we slow it down? The speed feels okay-ish. I feel like I think we should slow this down a little bit. Oop, I missed the power switch. We'll go around for another loop. That's all right. We'll go around again. Nobody's gonna notice. All right. I've had my fun trips. All right, so that should settle it down. And right, so it's all the way up there at top now. Oh, jeez. Well, Vance, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community. That was a little startling. All right, is that one of those? Don't worry about that. All right, so we have one carriage in place. We have a very large wheel. The next thing we need to do is put the inner wheel track in place. And that's going to be fed via, and we also have to put the inner sensors on the rail guides, as it were, on the wheel itself to make certain that things get lit up appropriately. And we're going to need a whole lot more redstone than we have, and not having it rain would be extra special. Really extra special. We have about an hour and 15 minutes left in the stream, so I guess that's what we do. So we know the carousels are running correctly. So that's not going to take much to put those in, other than just pick out 8 spots and plop those all in. So that's fine. Let's do some of the more interesting bits. So we'll put those away. We don't need any of that. We'll deal with that in a little bit. That's part of decoration stuff. We'll come back to that. We're going to probably need a whole lot more of these redstone contacts than what we have. Do I need? I don't need super glue for this next bit. Don't need that at all. And we are going to need a whole lot more redstone lamps than what we have. All right. So, redstone. Here's hoping we got enough of those. There's 22 lamps. I still don't think that's going to be enough, but we're going to find out here shortly. Okay, so Now I think, for argument's sake, I do need my super glue. So we'll plop him down here and here. I think we'll put him on the outer track, and unless I am like grossly mistaken, this should be good enough. Tell you what, we'll turn this on and let it run and see what it looks like. I forgot we got to do both sides. Hang in there. We're gonna get this going. I will work on throwing decorations, making it look pretty after the fact. We are going for a function. We are going to see this thing work, and even if it's not pretty just yet, we can make it look pretty. Like one. All right. Neat little trick you can do if you put the super glue in your offhand, it'll auto glue for you. Saves you a lot of headache. All right, so I think we are going to want to do something like this. I think this is just going to follow the same pathway as if it was on the inner track, so we should be able to just run that joker just like that. That's of course facing the wrong direction. And so if we take the A-frames as they are, so we should be able to come right here. Smart thing would be just to go ahead and put the redstone lamps in the corner pieces, because that's where we're going to go anyways. That's not right. Oh, that's right. All right, we are getting there. Happy, happy, joy, joy. So this should be, I should be coming up close to the next jog. No, that's the wrong direction. Thank you. All right. Now this is a very, very simple redstone contraption attached to top of a create contraption, in that it doesn't really take anything. So as soon as the matching contact passes by this, it'll put a redstone signal into the blocks, which then by that measure will put a redstone signal into the redstone lamp that's next to it, which will cause the lamp to turn on, and we'll get light. So as far as like complicated redstone contraptions, this is not one. This is actually like zero thought went into this one at all. We're literally just tracing the inner circle track, and that's all we need to do. I think I am going to need to make more of these. So, and you can see some of that behavior. You don't hit the shift when you're doing that. So you see how these light up? If I were to put a redstone lamp next to that, the redstone lamp would turn on. I'm not going to fight with it this time. Just like that one did. But the nice thing is these things are isolated so that they'll only turn on and power the blocks around them initially. They don't actually themselves conduct a redstone signal. So in this particular instance, we don't actually have to worry too much about quasi-connectivity, which is nice. In this instance, I have tried to use them for other things, and quasi-connectivity is still a very real thing even with these devices. But because we're stacking them on top of each other, and they don't actually carry a redstone. They're a producer of redstone. They're not really a carrier. I don't know if that makes much sense to anybody. But I guess you could think of them as like a stone block, just with an end on them that turns on when it meets another stone block with the same kind of end. Of course, I'm just muttering at this point, which is fine. Just fine. Starting to think I might actually, no. Yeah, I'm starting to run low now. I was going to say, did I actually make enough? Oh, that would be great if I made just enough. But no, I'm going to run out before I'm anywhere close to being done. Well, not anywhere close, but before I'm done. Yeah. So we're going to have to make some more. Don't think we need another full stack though, so let's avoid making that many more. All right. Let's see how far this will get us. Really hoping we're almost done, and then we can start putting in the redstone lamps. And then that will have all the redstone bits hooked up. And then the only thing that I've got left to do after that is, finish replacing all the dirt. And finish building the rest of the carousels. All right. So that's good. That's done. Redstone lamp. Definitely going to need a lot more of these. course, I would run out of glowstone dust. All right, well, I think at the end of the day, so you can already see, oops. You can already see there's 2 lights already on. So just kind of gives you an idea of what we're going to be looking at. So the idea here is that once we get the rest of these in place, then we should have chaser lights that follow along with the gondolas, the carriages, whatever you want to call those things. At the same time that it's rotating. And hopefully I am correct in the application of the location of these contact points, because that would be a very big time sink if we have to come back through and rip them all out because they only work in certain places. It is a very real possibility, but I'm hoping because it should track to the same path as the inner circle, so I'm thinking we should be okay, but we'll find out. Moment of truth. And of course, we're going to get rain. Go away, rain. Go back in here for the time being. All right. Well, let's see what we get. And then I guess, yeah, we have to do the other side too. But so long as this works. All right, let me hold still so we get updates correctly. Yeah, I think we need to slow down the Ferris wheel. All right, let's do that. Definitely need to slow it down. Let's slow it down. And the way we're going to slow this down is by pulling this out here and that out. And we will relocate this. Let's put all of that up here for just a second. Dirt. And then we want some cogwheels. 2. Just take the whole thing. Where is my other? I know I've got more cogwheels floating around here somewhere. Need some big cogwheels. There we go. All right. So what we want to have happen, that still needs to plug into there like so. Let's put a, so we're going to want, so the way you gear down, you slow down the rotational generators, you do a thing that they call gearing down. And the way we do this is by taking a large gear with a small gear plugged into another large gear. so. Yes, that's how we can do it. We'll put the large gear here and come off the large gear with a small gear. Come on. Thank you. Oh, finicky thing. And that'll go into a large gear, which will be attached to another small gear, like that. And so that is basically marking out where we are going to put in our fan. Like so, like so. And then if this is not sufficiently slow enough, oh yeah, much better. That is a much slower ride now. We could gear it down one more. Does this feel slow enough for everybody else? Probably just talking to myself again. It still feels a little on the fast side, so I guess we could just gear it down one more time. You see the lights running alongside of us. We'll probably make it a little happier on the server too if we gear it down once more. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good point. Wait for this scene to, yeah, that little hiccup right there. Let's see about gearing this down one more time. So to do that, we want to stick that there. We'll come off that. Should be able to do like that. Put that there. Right, that's not going to work. That'll work. Do I? No, don't put another cogwheel down. I left all my shafts. Now, there's an easier way, and that's, of course, obviously we could do a rotational speed controller and stick that in here. And that too would work. Probably it'd be a bit cleaner. I'm also thinking instead of doing two, I think we should do one light trail and not two light trails. So that would probably help with the redstone light lamp lighting up. Make that a little cleaner. Yeah, definitely one contact per spoke. I do want to see what that looks like when it comes down through here with the carriage in tow. Clobber. Okay, yeah. Okay, so a couple changes. We're going to remove one set of Redstone lamps. This is not going to work, because you're going to end up driving right through it. So we should be able to go off this way. Right? Yeah. And that would be totally out of the way. Yep. Perfect. So that keeps our speed. And then the other thing we want to do, so we'll take it on that side there. So we're going to remove that one. And so since we removed that one there, move that one there. So we're just going to do every other one. And I'm going to think about whether or not we want to do a second ring. So it's the leading edge on this side. So that comes out. Falling edge on that side. It's the leading edge. So we do that one. That comes off. And of course I did that backwards, right? No, I guess not. I guess not. All right. All right, we should be able to turn that back on. The lights look much happier now. Oh, it does look, oh, there we go. Okay, so there's definitely some spots where we miss. Not all redstone contacts are getting it. I don't know that I'm really in the mood to try and fix that. So I think we'll just let it go at this point. It's fine. It's good enough. So the question is do we do one for the other side? I think the answer is going to be yes. We'll need to put some spokes out there to stabilize the light sources so they look like they're actually held on by something. Replace this A-frame with something else that it's supposed to be. Make that look a little bit more structurally intact. And then put the carousels on it. And I think at that point, we're done. Other than, yeah, I think we're going to end up doing a second wheel. And I also think we're going to do another loop on the outside. So there'll be, oh, no loop on the outside. I'm not putting a secondary contact anywhere, so won't be a loop on the outside. So yeah, I think that's going to get our carousel intact. Where's our seat at? It's way up there. And of course, you know, you got the guy who's driving the thing, and he's just going to turn things on and off as is necessary. So now, interesting enough, we can't do half stops with this. This will never stop halfway in the middle of the circle. It's always going to snap to one of these major poles that we have out there. So we could do bigger carriages. No. It just means that we'll have some extra carriages that run around that nobody actually rides, and that should be just fine. I think that'll be okay. I think that will work out just fine. But there we go. There's a big Ferris wheel. Huge Ferris wheel. It works. You can ride it. You can go around in circles on it. Nice, happy, fun little ride. Of course, you know, I can't reach over there and turn it on for myself. That's fine. Just get some of this stuff away. Clean up our inventory. Clean up aisle 5. Make it look nice and pretty. We've been being attacked lately, so let's take a nap real quick. Coffee's good. All right. And so, yeah, now it's just a matter of decoration. Before I leave, just take that with me. So I'm going to have to go get some more wool. Yeah, we're going to need a bunch more wool to make the rest of the carriages. I think we are going to do 8 carriages. I'm also going to need to go get some glowstone, which means a trip to the house. And then it's a matter of figuring out what kind of metal we want to stick up in there. Most of the A-frame is going to be out of this oxidized copper that we have right here. You know what? Let's go ahead and pick this up. This is good enough, and the rest of it can finish oxidizing on the build. It's not. It is not the end of the world. It's mostly oxidized now, so I'm pretty happy with that. We may end up just leaving it mostly oxidized in some cases. I think the changing between the two of them might, you know, sell the idea that it's been sitting around for a little bit. It's been here on the property for a while. All right. So we got that. Flavoring. We should probably work on repairing these tools. Okay, so I don't forget about it and rip up another. Oh, it's an axe that way. An axe? No, it's a shovel. It's my shovel that way. When I was cleaning out over here, I blew through the shovel and didn't even notice it and destroyed it. So I'd like to avoid that again if I can. So yeah, we'll definitely duplicate up this outer ring on the other side. That'll work. We'll put little lamps on the inner track. So we'll have 2 tracks of lights that'll run on both sides. We need to put some. I guess I really don't have to put anything extra in between there because the rest of that will be taken up by gondolas. We'll do 8 gondolas through there. So we have 7 more gondolas to make like this one and put up there and attach. And I've taken the key with me, so it can't be run unless I'm here. So that works. Oh. It's not actually too bad. I'm not upset about that. All right, so we need to go. To the workshop floor. That's where we need to go. So, where's the workshop floor? And we're gone. I love these instant teleportation devices. Okay, so what we need here is, oh, yeah, we came here to fix up tools. Some of these are getting really close to breakage. I actually need to take that one upstairs and apply mending to it. Now these villager trading systems are just absolutely great things. So if you get the easy villagers, if you ever mess around with easy villagers mod, I'm doing this is a potato farmer into a potato seller, and he's trading 1 potato for 1 emerald to a master cleric who is trading 1 emerald for bottles of enchanting. And so this is just constantly filling up that box up there. So that box can hold like 2.1 million bottles of enchanting right now. So it's just going to sit there and run. We'll see what it looks like by the end of the season, and that's including whatever's left in there after I've been using it myself. I'm kind of curious to see exactly how much he'll build up over time. But this is a self-contained little farm that just runs ad nauseum. You don't have to really do anything for it. And then this is just a simple dispenser that's just stockpile with them. So as you stand on it, it's instant hopper clock and, you know, dispense away. Free EXP. It's not nearly as powerful as the EXP shower that we made in season 1 at the Wellness and Success Center. This is like 1/60th the strength. Anybody's ever, if you get a chance, go back and look at the Wellness and Success Centers and the experience shower that we had there. Instant lag vest, 0 to level 60 in 2 seconds. You literally just stepped on the plate and there was a button there we put on the floor, and you hit the button 1 time and you were level 60. By far and away faster than any Ender farm that I've seen. And, you know, you could actually just sit there and hit the button over and over again if you so desired. But I don't know if we ever needed anything more than level 60 levels for. So it was just never really a thing. Right, mending. So this is where we're going to... So I have found that I do like certain things different in different mods, right? So Mana and Artifice has a really, really nice, easy to use magic casting system. So like my mana slowly regens. It's based on my food and whatnot. So you can see that over in the top left-hand corner of the screen. And so once I've mastered a spell, I can customize my spells to how whatever I want them to behave, adjust their behavior sets, how strong they are, what they're doing, that sort of thing. It's really like super customizable for your spells casting system. Absolutely phenomenally love that. Their enchanting system sucks. It's a bit of a pain in the neck. However, that being said, Primal Magic has a really interesting method of doing enchantments, and that their enchantments stack with other enchantments that you have. And so they have different types of enchantments as well as the same types of enchantments. So if I wanted to do like a mending, I need a sun rune, the item rune, and this, and throw that all onto in here, and I get mending on my piece of gear. But it's rune scribed. which is an interesting thing altogether. So it doesn't cost any experience whatsoever to use the rune scribing feature, which is also a nice thing. So let's see, item, absorb, and sun. Okie dokie. So there's our absorb. Let's see, item. And we're going to need unattained. I think unbreaking's in here. Did I learn unbreaking? Yes. Which is protect, item, and earth. So we'll want another one of these. Attain. Protect. I think I can use the same item for both of them. So I need just absorb and protect and earth and sun. What other ones do we have that we could add to this thing? We could do regrowth. Is it worth the trouble to do regrowth? I already have absorb here. Protect, absorb. Right, so we do need dust. That's hollow dust. I will need earth dust. And sun would be nice, but it looks like I don't have any sun, so we'll have to make some sun real quick. So there we go, there's some sun. Let's grab our runes. Oh, look, I already have a hollowed rune. Sweet. I was gonna say, don't I have power in here? Let's see if I want to put 4 in there. All right. So the way this works, oops. The way this works is to pay attention to what you're doing. Make certain that you have all your stuff. All right. So you come to the rune scribing altar, you put in your item on the one side, and then you load it up with your runes. And if I'm not mistaken, that should, yep, look at that. So because these enchantments share the same item, then I'm able to get, I can use one item rune and then mix it with the earth, sun, and hollow, because absorb is used by sun and hollow for mending and regrowth. And earth is used for protect and item to make unbreaking. And so sun, absorb, and item make mending, and hollowed, absorb, and item make regrowth. So by mixing the runes together, because they have overlapping runes, I can get all 3 of them on for the same deal. I don't think there's an unbreaking 4. Yeah, no, it's just unbreaking 3. So this is actually a really easy way to hit this. So I can get, now I don't get efficiency out of this, but that's because I don't have an efficiency. I don't know the recipe for efficiency out of the firmware, and as you can see, I'm still level 30. So that literally cost me nothing to do, just some material that I had laying around. But while I don't have efficiency on my on this pickaxe, what's really super special about this is that it's got regrowth now, so you can see it fixed itself before I got down here to use the mending cycle on it. So this will slowly fix itself while I'm out in the field. However, if I'm like steadily just chunking through and using this thing, the regrowth is not going to be enough to keep up. That's why we put mending on it, because if this thing gets down far enough, it's faster to come through here and stand on the pad and let mending fix it up. But the other really interesting bit about this is we can go and get, we want a book. So I should have sharpness, efficiency 5. So that gives me an efficiency 5 plus unbreaking. We could do Silk Touch or Fortune on this. I don't know. I think we'll just leave it go for right now. Let's get our anvil. So we'll just summon up an anvil real quick. So we've already technically put enchants on here. Inscribed them. But what's really cool about this is now I can come through here, and this still costs me the same as if this has never been enchanted before. And now I get efficiency, mending, regrowth, unbreaking. And for 5, instead of, if I had already previously enchanted this, this would have costed me, 15, 20, whatever levels to get it. So nice, easy way to overlap your enchants and to do a bunch of your enchants. So super effective, super helpful. And then just, why wouldn't you want to? Now I have an Elysium pickaxe that I can use when I go into Nether. And all I have to do is wear the right glasses. And I think I still have to eat my demon fruit. Yeah, I think I still have to eat the demon fruit. So wear my glasses, eat the demon fruit, and then just pound sand through there, and then just carve it up. And then I should get a bunch of Elysium that way. Which is very good. And then I need to look into the ×6 multiplier guy, because then I can take all the Elysium ore I get from that, give it to the ×6 guy, and I'll get 6 times my output back from that, which is super effective, because then it'll allow me to update my ore floor and put in the 22 demon ore miner guys that are going to start working up there. And that will really crank up our mineral generation. So we'll get diamonds, emeralds, lead, whatever, what have you. And while we do have mystical agriculture in here, I have a very tiny, like super tiny farm. It's like a little 9x9 farm, and it's really just for a few of these oddball items. Like Shale's got, I think, one of every seed you can possibly grow on top of her place, and she's growing all of that, and that's where she gets her resources from. Most of the iron I use comes from this little iron farm right here that's been running since shortly after getting out here. It's one of the first things I built, because you use iron for practically everything. So in any mod pack, I think the first thing I always try to do in any mod pack is figure out, how do I get to regular iron production? Like almost everything for progression-wise in any mod pack and any mod requires massive amounts of iron for anything. And even if you're just doing vanilla and you're a heavy redstoner, you still need an awful lot of iron for like the hoppers and everything else. So having a good solid foundation for iron production is like really one of those critical things. And it's usually one of the very first things that I try to focus on is how do I get to iron, and how do I get iron coming in regularly? And from there, it's okay. After I've got my iron, it's diamond, and just get diamond gear, and then get that diamond gear to netherite gear, and then make certain I've got all my enchants lined up. So usually somewhere while getting the diamonds, I'll actually have a village trader system all set up. And I will use that to get to the enchants I want for my diamond gear. Because at that point, I've sourced my, I've gotten my iron production where I want it at. if I'm at the diamond stage where I'm looking for diamonds and everything, I've got my iron production sourced out, which means that I can make all the iron pickaxes and all the iron armor and all the iron everything else that I need. So I don't care if it breaks. I don't need to put enchants on it. I'll just use it till it's gone and then make another one. Why? Because we have a steady flow of iron coming in. So again, that's for me, getting iron early on is pretty important. And then after that, then you can start working on your various other farms and whatnot. So the ore floor will work to produce lots and lots of iron dust, copper dust, silver dust, gold dust. As a just a point of reference, that's the stuff that will get ground by the demon. So it'll make lots of dust, and then the other thing that it will make, and you can see. Now this is just from my one little. Oh, that's interesting. This is just from that one little system up there. I've had it running off and on periodically, and I've actually given away and converted a bunch of this stuff. And I still have this much more floating around. So I'm expecting with 20 of those size running, that this is really going to kick up the production of materials. So I mean, I've got 274 iron ore just in ore form here. And there's no telling how much of this I've given away and whatnot. But it's useful. It's useful to have, and I like it better than I like it better just because it's something I can see, I can look at, I can put my hands on, and then I can do something with it. Like I can run the iron ore through the Tinker's Construct tank here and convert it into ingots, blocks, gear, whatever. Glowstone. That's right. I'm like, I came back here for something. What did I come back here for? Glowstone. I should probably also make some more andesite. So andesite takes 4 stone. That one right there. Yep. So that should go there. That goes there. This goes here. And save me the trouble having to go mining for it. There are some things that I use mystical agriculture for because it's just easy. Getting andesite like that is just easy. So that doesn't faze me any. Glowstone is another one, which if I can find the glowstone, that's where I had glowstone. That's limestone. There it is. So this is another one of those that, hey, this is nice and easy. Because I don't have to go and fumble around in the nether or set up a big, huge piglin trading system. So, you know, there we go. There's glowstone dust. I can use the glowstone dust to make glowstone blocks and everything else. So, it's good enough. Let's just double that up. Just because I have a sneaky suspicion I will need it. All right, so we got the glowstone that we're going to need for the redstone lamps. Got plenty of redstone and everything else, I think, to make the rest of the contact points. I think that covers a lot of what we're going to need for this. Oh, yeah, that's right. We were going to look at metals and figure out what was going to be a good metal to build a frame out of that will match up to... No, I think I'm using copper. That's right. I planned on using copper all along. Never mind. And so that's the other thing that we have to do. So I noticed when looking in here, there are coins. Come here, coins. These are coins from Create Deco, which is great, but there's no way of actually crafting these coins, which I think is really extra specially nice, because these can then are limited quantity items. So I have put in a request to have a bunch of those coins delivered for use over here at the carnival as reward tokens. The idea being is that I want to actually put in a... Hold on to your shorts. There we go. Over here somewhere, I want to put in a booth or a big vending machine that takes those reward coins. And I don't want like the single coins. We want the whole stacks of them. So, you know, there needs to be a reason why you come over here and you play ring toss multiple times, because you're trying to collect enough coins together to make a stack of coins, and then it's a set number of stacks of coins that you turn in over here at the vending machine to get a prize, and whatever that prize happens to be. I don't know at this point in time how to figure it out, but I figure it makes it worthwhile so that people are interested in playing the games, and that in the games that we put in this arena, we would put those coins in as the reward tokens. So, you know, you should obviously take off anything that will allow you flight of any sort. This should be good enough. And then, you know, you come in here and I'm going to do the floor is lava game. And so you do well, I failed already. Wow. There we go. Now, I did test this. In case, you know, somebody wants to claim that it's impossible to do. It's not impossible to do. I have done this. I tested every jump. Oof. And the bottom section is definitely far easier than the top section. But the idea is, you know, you get to the end here and you can choose to go on if you want, or, you know, you walk over here and you get your coin. And if you got your coin, screw that mess, I ain't doing that one. Then you take your coin and you leave. And so you got your reward for doing that. You can still take the iron coin if you wanted to say, oh no, I'm gonna go do this. I'm going to do the hard one. I am a parkour expert. In which case, if you think you're a parkour expert and you can actually parkour expert this, I'm going to say more power to you. Go for it. Oof. There's definitely a path to this. Trying to, I think it's, oh, I fell down. Oh, second chance. I didn't land in the lava. Anyways, but yeah, you would keep following that on over to there, up to over there. And then over yonder is another. Oops, that was too far. Still too far. That's okay. We will sneak in the back way here. Whoops. By the way, that's illegal, so you don't get to keep the coin if you do something like that. But you know, if you make it all the way up here, then you could technically leave this game with an iron coin and a. So this is another right coin for making it through the really hard part. And so each one of these coins, it takes 4 of these. Take 4 of these, and I put them right here in the crafting chamber. I can get a coin stack, and so the coin stack is what you would. A number of those coin stacks is what you turn into the reward chamber to get whatever goodies that you were targeting, trying to get. So I got to figure out what kind of goodies I want to stock the thing with, what we want to put in there that's going to entice people to want to play. And then I know that a few other members decided they too were going to come over here and participate in adding more games and whatnot. And so then it becomes a question of, okay, well, here are the coin types that you can stock for your rewards. And then, you know, we just track to see which games are getting played more often than the others. And we just make certain we keep those stocked up so that, you know, people can come and play and have fun. But that's kind of the idea. Ow. But, you know, the things like the Ferris wheel, I think there's going to be a roller coaster. Well, I know there's going to be a roller coaster. I plan on putting a roller coaster in here. The Tunnel of Love, I think, who was it? Kara said she's going to come over here and help me out with Tunnel of Love. She's going to throw a bunch more photos and do a little bit more decoration on the tunnel, which is just fine by me. So there is that. We're going to put in a roller coaster over here. I think there's some other games that we can potentially look at doing and putting in. I know I have a potato targeting game right here that we will be doing. Though I did see in there was a YouTube video I was watching where they were using some mine carts and they were attacking the mine carts. I think it was what is his name? Starts with an I. Impulse SV was one of the games, and I don't know if that's his own original game or if he got some of that from somebody else. But I'm going to say Impulse at this point. Set up these rail car tracks that they were shooting with arrows. We have a Creates Blood gun in our mod pack here, so I think I might try to see if I can achieve somewhat of the same result set with mine carts by hitting them with potatoes. Because then I think that would give, you know, stationary targets, and we're going to do like a spud rifle game so that there would be stationary targets that you could shoot, as well as a moving targets for even higher rewards. And then we would hook all that up to a dispenser here that would give you so many potatoes that you're allowed to use, and you shoot the potatoes. I gotta build the potato launcher cannon gun first. But there's all that too, so that's what's going to go here. And so that gives us 3 different games, a Ferris wheel, and then we'll work on. Eventually, I want to put in. I say eventually. The next bit after that is going to be the roller coaster, and then we'll see what anybody else decides if they want to add to it, expand on it, whatever we want to do. The availability is there for them to do so. I figure I'll get the ball rolling. Those are really all the games that I could think of off the top of my head. So if you've come here on YouTube to watch this and you've made it this far, or even if you're just floating around in chat there and just lurking away, if you have any other ideas or suggestions on games that we could add to the carnival area, I am all ears. I think it'd be fun to try and figure out how to build some of that stuff in there. But right now, we have ourselves a working Ferris wheel. I took the keys with me. we have a working Ferris wheel, so that's super special. And it's at a good speed. It's a good clip. It works the way we want it to. It's a nice, lovely little light chase that goes around. And we'll probably look to see where the light gets skipped in certain areas and try to fix that up a little. Or just remove the lamps altogether. I don't know. I'm of two minds about that, but we'll sort that one out later. I was supposed to say, where's my carriage? Don't tell me I've lost my carriage already. And then, of course, the engine belt, we need to fix that up just a little bit so it doesn't look like it's just floating there. But that'll happen when we put in the rest of the A-frame. And I'm thinking the other spokes may put other spokes in here. I don't know. We're going to hop on the ride, though. I don't have a good opinion on that. We're gonna play that by ear and wait and see what happens. But we've pretty much nailed what I wanted to see us get accomplished in this stream today, which was get this thing up and functional. This is up and functional at this point. Pretty will happen. I can come make this pretty over the next upcoming week and whatnot. And so when we do our next Friday community stream, we'll come back over here and we'll show you what it looks like after it's been made pretty. Because I think we're pretty much out of time for today. I mean, there's maybe 10 more minutes left in the stream, so we're not really going to get too much done after this. But as always, if you have any questions, suggestions, anything else, you're welcome to hop in our Discord. Links in the description and whatnot. And give us some feedback there. You're welcome to post any suggestions and comments and feedbacks on the YouTube channel. All that's in the description as well. And again, thanks for your time. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with us. We've had a blast today. I look forward to doing it again next week. And we'll see you all on our next community night, which will be Friday. And then we'll do another long build session following that on Saturday. Until then, be safe. Take care. Have a great weekend.